Hi everyone, and welcome to your at-home wine tasting. If you haven't purchased the wine tasting kit, you'll get the opportunity to do that on a link somewhere on this video, I'm sure. It's a couple of things that's gonna be included in your at-home wine kit. It's gonna be your tasting card, just like you would have if you were here at the winery with us. You're gonna get to score your wines and write down some brief notes, so that way when you come back and visit us or you order online, you have a guideline to go by. We've selected a few of our favorites, and we hope that you find that they will be some of yours. Also included in your box, you'll have our Duplin Winery catalog with just some fun information about our wineries, our owners, and then also all of our Duplin wines, gourmet food products, and some things you can buy in our retail stores. On the back, you're going to find out a little information about our Heritage Club. If you find that you like most of the wines that you tried today with us, you might want to become part of our club. There's a lot of exclusive events and discounts and lots of fun things that you can get just by being part of our Heritage family. So make yourself comfortable and join on in. We have included some gourmet crackers for you to enjoy along with our pineapple muscadine habanero salsa. You're going to get the opportunity to make our dip to go along with your crackers and your wine tasting. It's just half a jar of our salsa with 8 ounces of room temperature cream cheese, whipped, and it's a perfect serving for you and your friends. Kim's going to enjoy some today as well while we wine taste. Before we begin our wine tasting, we're going to go over the 5 S's. First one being C. So you are going to want to look at the color of your wine. I'm going to use Black River Red Reserve as an example. This one's a little lighter in color, and you're going to notice that with most of our reds. Our reds are not going to be as dark as most reds that you might find in the grocery store. It's just the variety of grapes that we use and also our grape process when we are making our wine. And then you are going to want to swirl. When you swirl your wine, you can do it on the counter, or you can do it in the air. It doesn't matter how you do it. You're going to find the thickness, the full bodiness, the light bodiness, the mild bodiness, the body of your wine. You're going to find it when you swirl. Then you're going to want to smell your wine. Our wines are going to smell very fruity. You're going to pick up on different aromas. Some people get lemon, some people get citrus, like other citrus, not lemon, but oranges and things, or berries, because berries. And then you are going to want to sip, let it rest on your palate a little bit, pick up on the different flavors, and then savor. The savor is going to be your aftertaste, kind of what you get at the back of your tongue or the back of your mouth after you swallow. And sometimes you can savor a wine for up to a minute. It'll give you different flavors. Some of our wines you might get hints of vanilla. We don't incorporate any vanilla, but it's just natural flavors that come from the wine process. Okay. Our very first wine on our at-home wine tasting sheet is going to be our Summertime Strut. It's a light-bodied wine. It's one of our driest white wines. Well, it is our driest white wine with a 0.3 residual sugar. It features our Sandpiper bird, which you're going to find along the coast of North Carolina and South Carolina. They're very popular around here. It's got a very unique label. If you like making chicken Alfredo, this goes really well in Alfredo sauce. It's something that I use in my kitchen frequently with any kind of seafood, marinade recipe, chicken recipes. Pairs great with it. If you don't like dry wines and that wasn't your favorite, maybe the Magnolia is for you. Magnolia is going to be a semi-sweet wine with a 6.2 residual sugar made with a special blend of Magnolia variety of grapes. It was Martha Stewart's top 5-ish summertime wines in 2006. And it's actually probably one of my favorites to drink. I enjoy it over fresh peaches in the summertime. It just gives it a little bit of an extra flavor, and it keeps it chilled, especially if you freeze the peaches first. But if you're not into that, it's a great wine to enjoy on its own. Up next we have our Midnight Magnolia, and this is Jonathan Fussell's favorite wine. he jokes around and says that every time his wife drinks this wine that he gets the gift that keeps on ticking, which is his children. Some of us around here joke that it's the baby making wine, so be careful when you drink it. But it is my favorite wine. It has a wonderful floral bouquet. When you savor this wine, it's got a 7.2 residual sugar, so it's a little bit sweeter than the Magnolia that we just tried. It's also made with an estate variety of Magnolia grapes, which means that they're grown within 4 miles of our production facility, which also makes it kind of elite and special. So you have to come and visit us to get it or order it online. Don't forget to use your scorecard. Rate things how you want to. At Duplin, we like to have fun. We say our wine pairs with life. So if you like something, mark it that you like it. If you don't like it, I won't be offended because we don't make bad wines, just some great ones. But that's all in who you are. Everybody has a different palate. But always use your scorecard. If you don't like a wine to drink, you might enjoy it in your next recipe. And you can always shop online for recipes on our website. We also have some gourmet food products that you can use to even enhance your wines or pair them together. We're all about pairing and finding new ways to incorporate our wines and gourmet food products. So always utilize those resources. Next we have our Beaufort Bay. Beaufort Bay has one of the most beautiful labels in my opinion. It's just very beachy. Every time I drink this wine, I feel like I'm at the beach, but it also reminds me of my grandparents' place at the beach, which then in turn reminds me of the farm that my grandparents had when I was a kid, and the grapes that used to grow on the farm, because it really does taste like a fresh picked, ripe Scorecards grape. So moving on to our reds. Don't laugh at me when I say this, but this one is actually my favorite Duplin wine. It's our driest red called our Coast or Shag. Because we are known for it to be a sweet winery, everybody expects all of our wines to be sweet, and I love our sweet wines. But for some reason, this one snuck up and became my favorite. It's one of our newer wines. It's got a 0.3 residual sugar. It goes great in spaghetti sauce and homemade lasagna. But if you're like me and you cook with wine, I usually have 1 glass to drink and 1 glass to mix with my food. And what's left over in that glass I probably will drink as well. But this one, I don't know, it's just, it's great. It's great, there's no other way to describe it. It's light-bodied, it starts out sweet, you get that real nice muscadine flavor, but then it's going to dry out in the back end, which makes it easier to drink because you're not overpowering your mouth with so much sweetness. It's just a really nice, well-balanced wine. Next we have our Pink Magnolia. It's made with a special blend of pink catawba and Magnolia grapes at mid-harvest. It's a semi-sweet wine, and it has a hint of citrus to it, so you're going to get a little bit of a grapefruit flavor, which I love. But it pairs really well with our Pink Cosmo Sweetser, which you can buy with our gourmet foods. And we have different varieties of sweetsers for you to choose from if that's something that you're interested in. Our next wine is called the Party on Your Palate. It's our red estate wine. And going back to the estate wines, I know we touched a little bit with Beaufort Bay about them being grown by Duplin Vineyards and then also being grown within 4 miles of our facility. But this one, it just reminds me of the beach. It reminds me of when our family would get together at the beach house and just do a cookout. It gives you that kind of tingliness on your palate. Feels like a party, tastes like a party. It's just something you can really enjoy. Up next we have our Sangria Red, and it's become one of our most popular favorites. It's made with a special blend of muscadine grapes. You're also going to pick up hints of berry. I've had some people say that they pick up even raspberries in this wine. If you like fresh fruit in the summertime, this goes really well poured over fresh fruit or frozen fruit if you want to keep your wine cold on the patio. Bruce, which is one of our tasting and tour guides, actually makes a sangria shake. So he pours sangria in a blender with vanilla ice cream, and I'm a fan of all kinds of shakes, protein shakes, but wine shakes are definitely my favorite. Our next wine is going to be one of our limited release wines, which is our Black River Red Reserve. And if you are a fan of our Black River Red, you're going to absolutely love the reserve wine. Reserve wines, they're not always guaranteed, and we were very fortunate and blessed after the 2018 Hurricane Florence to receive such a blessing. There is no other word to use, but a blessing as far as great production. And we were very, 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 very fortunate to release this Black River Red Reserve. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Our last wine on our tasting sheet is our Blackberry wine, which is one of our, again, elite specialty wines. It's made with 100% blackberries from Kings Mountain, North Carolina. It's got a really nice earthy flavor. It's full-bodied. You're still going to get a little bit of sweetness because it does have a 10 residual sugar, but it's just really earthy and refreshing. And while Kim sips on that, because she's lucky, we just want to take a moment and thank you all for purchasing the at-home wine kit and taking the time to do it, whether it's a girls' night you're hosting in your house or a family fun night, or you're just getting everybody around the dining room table. We want to thank you for incorporating Duplin and making us part of your memories and your life, because we like to think that Duplin is more than just a wine, we're a lifestyle. And we hope that you've enjoyed everything, and we hope that you enjoy your wine tasting and the rest of your evening, day, night, morning, whatever time it is you drink. We don't discriminate, but enjoy, and thank you.